Golly, I am struggling today on these videos. Like, golly, it takes me so long to get them posted. Okay, that said, we're going to run this back. Okay, you can live in this world, but not be of this world. Meaning, you can live in this world, not be of this world. All right. Meaning you can live in this world, but choose to not operate in deceit, lies, hate, envy, jealousy, greed, money, destroying people, attacking people, stealing from people, standing with injustice, hate, harm, lies. You know, we can go down this list. So you could be of this world and choose not to operate in these characteristics. This is the free will. You have free will to not stand in those. And see, for me, I choose to operate in love, and I choose to move mountains to not operate in these characteristics. And believe me, it's hard. It's extremely hard when you have the world pushing you in so many different angles, wanting you to move and operate in this. The most things that they want you to move and operate in is hating one another, being jealous of one another, being envious of one another, competing with each other, hating on each other. These are things that literally people, even in the administration now of the House, all these ops, they want you to hate. They want to divide us. They're literally doing it intentionally. You can see it all over. They want you to choose and operate in these characteristics. But see, for me, you have to learn to operate in love and hold the line for accountability for yourself to be what you want to see in others. So for example, because I don't want to see this in others, I move mountains to not see that in myself. And see, I think that's where people get miscued. They get skewed. It's very simple for people to say this and that, point the finger and throw hate, especially in the dark, steal, monetize, weaponize. I know so many people take from my content. I know so many people are part of this ops. I mean, it's so funny. People tell on themselves and they think I'm so dumb, but it's like literally you're just telling on yourself. Anyways, whatever floats your tushy. At the end of the day, you will. I can assure you, you will answer to all of your choices you've made. You will. Meaning, whether that's a part of being any type of op, attacking someone in the dark, attacking someone in the back, not standing against injustice, being vengeful, being hateful, being vindictive, being, golly, we could go down this list. And so if you choose to operate in that, that's your free will. Yes, your free will. And if you think that it's not going to come back and nip you in the butt, it is. And let me tell you how it's going to nip you in the butt. This was so powerful. This came to me right before I went to bed last night. Imagine yourself 10, 20 years down the road. If you're still alive, baby, if you're still alive, your health, imagine yourself in 10, 20 years, fast forward 10, 20 years with your kids. And where this country is at right now, where we're at in the history of making, because there's a lot happening. We can keep pretending it's not, but there's a lot happening, okay? And it's going to go down in the history books. What's happening right now, right? Okay, so fast forward 10, 20 years down the road, and you're having conversations. You're having conversations with your grandkids and your kids. And it's all a matter of where you fall in the history of the making. You can either be one of those people that saw the history, saw everything happening, unraveling in this world, and the evil that was partaking in this world. And you can either be one of those people that took the payouts, took the bribes, went along with it, right? And don't say anything. Just keep doing what I'm doing, right? Keep doing whatever it is you're doing. You know, another day at the office while people are literally getting destroyed. People are being handled. There's kids being trafficked, but don't say nothing. You know, you can be one of those people. By all means, you can, right? And you can sit back. And so you're having a conversation with your kids or your grandkids, and you're like, golly, what did you do? Well, I sat back and watched. I didn't do anything, actually. If you're even still alive to have that conversation with your children or your grandchildren, because it will be a conversation. It's going to go a little something like that. What did you do to stand against all the evil? What did you do to stand against Epstein? Did you stand up for the victims? What did you do to hold the administration accountable for all the evil? What did you do for the corruption? How did you, what did you do? Did you move and operate in honorability, or did you just go along with it? Were you a part of the PSYOP, this big PSYOP we're all under? These are conversations you want to have with your kids or your grandkids. Or you're going to be one of those people like, you know what? I didn't take the bribes. I didn't take the payouts. I stood up. And I moved in honorability, and I went against the grind. And I lost a lot. And it was the hardest fight ever, but I wouldn't change it for the world. Because I know that I move and operate, and I chose to fight for what's right. And I stand in this place of goodness, not evil. Money didn't control me. These are conversations you're going to have with your grandkids or your children later on down the road. If you're still alive to have them. If you're still alive to have them, I can assure you of it. So what kind of person are you? What kind of conversation are you going to have? Because let me tell you, it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. And if you choose to not stand up for injustice, and if you choose to partake and in injustice against someone without being truly honest with what you're doing and what you're operating in, and you think that there's no recourse with that you're still a good person, you may be a good person, but you're still a part of attacking people. You can't attack anybody. You can't choose to be in people's life for personal gain or vindictive ways and think that there's not going to be any recourse in that. You just can't. It's just, we shouldn't be operating in that. I can't, and I say this for myself, I say this for the administration, because there's so much, like Valhalla and Nate was like, I don't know what happened to these people. I was like, I'm going to tell you what happened to these people. Blackmail, coercion, money, power, and greed. All of these people are controlled by all of this or one of these things. That's why you see them running out all this propaganda in reference to now they're on the train of blaming the Epstein victims. It's not the pedo's fault, it's the victim's fault. Duh. This is what these people do, right? Because they're either coerced to do it, they're blackmailed to do it, they move and operate in money, power, greed, and they don't want to lose that power because they know what will happen when the truth comes out. And so it's really, it's one of those factors. It's one of those factors. And let's remove Epstein files. Let's remove that. This is the day-to-day operation. Most people that choose to attack people or be vindictive towards people or be dishonest towards people or be a part of operations and illusions and attacks and all this stuff, these are people that, get closer, are moving and operating in coercion, blackmail, money, power, and greed. They're even getting paid to do it. They're going to get paid to do it. They made promises they're going to get paid to do it. They're getting coerced to do it. They're getting blackmailed to do it. This one of it just is. And so that's the same thing with me. That's why I choose to operate in what I do, because I see right through it, right? But people think that they don't have free will. You always have free will. I'm a walking testament. You always have free will to do the right thing. To do the right thing. People know what they have done to me in reference to the attacks and how gross they've went. You always have free will to do the right thing. I'm a walking testament of that. Look what they did to Jesus on the cross. You always got free will. It's just an excuse you're telling yourself so you get a green light for doing really crappy things to people. That's what it is. Yeah, you might lose a little bit of money. You might lose a little bit of contracts. You might lose a little bit, but you still have your conscience. You still have that. Just like Nate, he lost his life, but he's going to figure out a way because he stands on honorability, true honorability. So many people have lost that. Their integrity. They've completely lost their integrity and their honorability. Men, grown men,